Well, hello there, NFL Fanatics. It's the host with the most here. It is Rai, and it's that time once again for the NFL playoffs. Wildcard weekend kicks off. Oh yeah, Saturday and Sunday NFL matchups. It looks pretty good for these matchups on paper, but when it comes down to the field, it might be a total blowout. One of these games, hopefully, not this time. Last year, one or two of them were totally a blowout. I was not really into them last year. Oh well, it happens. But before I give you my picks on Wildcard Weekend, I'm gonna tell you the final how I did in the final week of week 17. I with 11 wins and 5 losses. That is freaking awesome in my eyes. Overall record 161 wins and 93 losses. That is awesome in my eyes. Sorry, I went a little overboard with the awesome talk. I get a little pumped up. I think one of these weeks I had a crappy week, but I always bounce back. I never ever had a perfect week. Very difficult to pick. So, let me continue. Wild card weekend. It is do or die. If your team moves on, they go on to the division round. If they don't, they go home, watch it at home, or maybe they're not going to watch it until the Super Bowl. Of course, my team didn't make it. That's okay. I'm still going to watch the playoffs because this is football regardless. Okay, first matchup, the Houston Texans will be home versus the Oakland Raiders. Now, how Houston got in this position because the Tennessee Titans did not make the playoffs. Same thing for the Colts, and same thing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville was the worst team in the division. And Houston is not a very good team either, but anything could happen in the playoffs. So, let's see what happens. And now, who they are facing? The Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders are in the playoffs for the first time since, 02? They lost that year Super Bowl, but it took a long time to get in this position. They had a great receivers, great defense, great quarterback, but he got injured. What was it? Week 16, week 17? I think week 17, last week of the regular season. Why did he not play? They should just rest him into the playoffs, but that's the coaching. It is a freaking accident. So he's out for the rest of the playoffs. So that sucks. Now they got to put a other guy in. The defense got to step up. They got to run the ball. Now, how Oakland got in this position? Denver, they were Super Bowl champions. They failed because Peyton Manning retired this offseason. They never capitalized on Peyton Manning retirement. I thought they were going to go back to Super Bowl, but no. They lost a lot of key players. They should won. They should won some games, big games. Kansas City won the division. They swept Oakland. The Chargers not very good this past season, so they got to rebuild. So the Oakland's in the playoff for the first time since 02, like I said. So I'm going with Oakland for the upset pick. Hopefully it happens. Probably my team's gonna not my team, but my pick is gonna mess me up. Okay, Saturday night game. The Seattle Seahawks will be home versus the Detroit Lions. Now, how Seattle got in this position? Because the Niners are not very good. The LA Rams are not very good. The Arizona Cardinals are not very good. So someone's got to win the division, and it is Seattle. I think they won it, back-to-back years? Who knows? They had a home game because they won the division. Whoever wins the division gets a home game in the wild card. Or something like that. They'll get a home game regardless. It don't matter if they got the best record or they were above 500. If they win the division, they get a home game. Now, on the other hand, for Detroit, how they got in the position, they had a very good game last Sunday against Green Bay Packers for the NFC North title. Of course, they lost. Green Bay won. So that means Green Bay will host the playoff game, and Detroit has to go on the road against Seattle. Good luck, Detroit. And the Bears are in last place. Minnesota second last, and Green Bay in first, and Detroit in second. Bears got a lot of work to do. I know that. I'm not gonna give up on my team. No way in hell. But I'm still gonna watch the wild card weekend. It's the playoffs, you know. This is a great time to watch NFL games, especially the playoffs. Okay, two more games. First game or third game will be Sunday afternoon. That's kind of weird. There's only one afternoon game. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be home. They won the division because the Cincinnati Bengals. What happened to them? They had a crappy record. The Cleveland Browns, what happened? They only won one game, 1-15. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry for all the Cleveland Brown fans. And last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens. I thought they're gonna make the playoffs. They fell apart. The Pittsburgh Steelers, how they won the division in Week 16. The epic game against the Ravens, awesome. Okay, is that gonna happen again? Those two teams, maybe, maybe not. And their opponent, the Miami Dolphins. First time the Miami Dolphins made a playoff since what? 02, 04? I don't remember. They didn't get very far. Now they didn't win the division because the Patriots won, and Tom Brady missed 4 games in the regular season, early in the season, and they still won the division. Is that insane? Because look at the Jets are not very good. The Buffalo Bills are not very good. The Miami Dolphins barely made the playoffs. With some help, I think. So that is good. I know fans who support the Miami Dolphins wish they host playoff game. Maybe in the future that'll happen. Or maybe this year, if there were a lot of upsets, if they could move on against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That's going to be very tough. But I'm going with the Steelers. They have more experience. Big Ben had been to the playoffs so many darn times. It is unreal. They've been to the Super Bowl. You know, I don't know the last time Miami had been to the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, 1972. That's a long time ago. I know you're going to say, right, what about your Bears? They haven't been to the Super Bowl since 85. Yes, I know. It's been a long time also. Another game will be Sunday evening. The Green Bay Packers and Rodgers Company will be at home versus Eli and the New York Giants. They met a couple times in the regular season. I think this past season they met. I forgot who won. I think the Giants. And they met a couple times in the playoffs. They had an epic playoff matchup. 2011 it was very cold. When the former coach of the Giants, his nose is all red. I forgot what his name. Tom Coughlin? Yeah. He's a former Jacksonville coach. He won 2 championships with the Giants. I think he retired or just took some time off or just waiting for a great opportunity of this off season. So I'm going with Green Bay. They have more experience. Well, they both do. I don't know. This should be a good game. It might be a shootout. I love shootouts when 2 quarterbacks pass like the Dickens. I'm not a big fan of defense, but someone's got to play good defense to move on to the division round. So I'm going with Green Bay. I know one of these 4 games are going to mess me up. I might go with Miami. You know what? I'm just going to stick with Pittsburgh. Let's move on and discuss about the percentages on Wild Card weekend. First, Houston and Oakland matchup, 68% Houston and 32% Oakland. And Seattle, Detroit, 89% Seattle and 11% Detroit. Pittsburgh and Miami matchup, 96% Pittsburgh and 4% Miami. And last but not least, Green Bay and Giants matchup, 81% Green Bay and 19% Giants. So those are my recap for the last week of the regular season. Those are my picks for Wild Card weekend. And last but not least, NFL Fanatics, those are the percentages on the Wild Card weekend. Okay? So if you want to place a bet with someone, or call Vegas, or one of your friends, just a friendly bet, there you go. Of course, probably none of these are really legit, but I'm just reading off the computer. Have a good one, and I'll see you sometime next week for the NFL division round. That means the teams who have a bye week, like the Patriots have a bye week this week. The Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Kansas City Chiefs all have bye week because they earned it. So this wraps up for this edition. Good luck. Hopefully all of those 4 games will be nail biters. Probably one of them will be a freaking blowout. I get a feeling someone's gonna screw up. So that wraps it up. And probably you know that Super Bowl 51 will be in Houston, Texas. So that'd be pretty neat if Houston comes out of nowhere and hosts the home city of Houston. That'd be the first time in NFL history, but what's the odds in that? So this is your friend here once again, right, and sign off. See you next week for the division round. Sign off. Thanks for listening.